Hey, what's up everybody? Today we're looking at the industrial update for Rust, which is supposedly coming in February. This is going to get very complicated. So the first thing that we have here is the electric furnace, and that's actually the simplest part of this. It's, I believe, a default BP. You place it down, and then you just connect it to electricity. And the weird thing is that the connection is right here. I almost put wood into it. But anyways, you turn it on, and now you're basically cooking your resources using electricity. That's very simple. The next thing is that you have these 5 parts and this pipe tool. Now what are they? Well, let's check it out. So this is the industrial combiner, which combines 3 separate industrial connections into one connection. That's pretty simple. Industrial conveyor moves an item from one container to another. Industrial splitter splits an industrial connection into 3 separate connections. So this and this are just splitters and combiners. This is a conveyor that actually moves things. And then you have the storage adapter attached to a storage container to allow industrial input-output connections. So you have to add this into the electric furnace or a box, and then you would connect it to a conveyor in order to add or remove items. And then you also have the industrial crafter, which attaches to a workbench to allow automated crafting. So I'll show you the crafter. So here I put it on tier 1. And I'll just remove one of these water pipes, and you will see here in a second that it will automatically start crafting whatever the blueprint you have. And then you can use the rest of the piping using the pipe tool and all these attachments to put stuff into a box or to take it out. So I'll try to show you this if I don't mess this up myself. So let's say you have a box here. Then you'd need a storage adapter. Then you need, let's say, the conveyor itself. You take the piping tool, and let's say we want to move from this box into the furnace. So you will always be cooking metal, for example, or whatever. And then you also would need the adapter on the furnace, as far as I... And then some of the stuff needs to be powered. And then you need to set up the conveyor itself. So the minimum, let's say, to move is 1, and the max would be 2000 because there's, say, 2 slots there. Then you turn it on. So in theory, now it's moving sulfur into the electric furnace. And then you could also hook it up to another box so it starts depositing the cooked materials using the same type of deal. So as you can see, this is going to get very complicated very quickly, because then you can have splitters and combiners and whatnot. So you can automate the entire process of crafting, of smelting stuff, etc. It's a very interesting concept, but it's incredibly complicated. You're basically going to have a little factory inside your base once this is released and properly made. It's going to be very, very interesting. So I guess that's it as far as that. This is currently available on Staging AUX02. You may need to set up a server yourself to mess with this. I'm sure people will set up servers. Everything is basically subject to change, but I'll just show you how much it costs. It's relatively cheap, and it's like only 2 things are level 2, which is the storage adapter and the industrial crafter. And then this stuff is level 1, and then the electric furnace. The electric furnace is this, and it's a default BP, and the piping tool, or the pipe tool, is also a default BP. So yeah, this is going to be part of the industrial update, as they have said. If you're interested, try to set up a staging server, AUX2 yourself, or perhaps just switch your staging branch to AUX2 and see if anybody's running a server. It's going to take some time to figure out. There's a lot of options here. Anyways, thanks for watching. Just a quick update on what this is to give you an idea. And hit a like and maybe a sub if you like this early type of content.